Hello, gamers. Today was supposed to be Fallout, but it's not. I wanted to dredge. I'm just gonna get right to dredging. Hello, Kyle. I need to play tactics. I'm kind of just in a rut lately. Where I'm just not playing it off stream, which is stupid. Me. Swap over right now to the dredge. Let's just go. Apparently I was playing it wrong last time. It's okay, I'm enjoying it without you. Oh. I see. What I learned apparently off stream, I was talking to a friend about this game and they were like, you need to go fishing when it's not daytime. So I think we have to do that. I'm gonna go back to that camp down there, that town. You know. It's already nighttime, but you know what? This time, we're not going home. We're going to fish during the night. Hey Zan, how's it going? Happy Wednesday. I always say happy whatever day it is. It definitely could just not be a happy day, you know? What if it sucks? It was a long day, but I'll be happy once I sleep. I napped earlier. I had a rough day, and I've just been feeling kind of icky. I kind of got up today and was like, you know, Fallout is fun, but I don't really want to play it today because it's like kind of effort, you know, like it's an effort game, and I kind of want to move Dredge some more because I know it's scary, but it is also really comfy. Let's just go. We have some fish to sell. Anyway, I was mentioning a little bit before this. I was talking to some friends who've played this game off stream about it and how I started playing it. And I was like, oh, it's not that scary. But I misunderstood a key mechanic of the game. I thought when your panic gets full, you die. That's not true. So, like, you are incentivized to go out at night and do some big fish. Dredge was more cozy and nice. Big fish sucks, so true. Also, I kind of got depressed last night. I did the Pilgrim's Traverse deep dungeon. The first wing by myself. Ate shit on the first boss. You know, I did it blind, so I didn't understand the mechanics, so I died instantly. That's fine. Pixie got home and we did it together. Died on the boss again, and I just like got so demoralized that I was just like, I don't want to look at this game again. And I'm gonna try to will myself to get over that demoralization, but man, it like I was already like I'm just gonna talk about it because it's fine and we're mental health friendly here. I've already been kind of feeling pretty stinky this week mentally. That just sent me over the edge. I was just like so upset. Like I didn't want to do anything. These fish are so big. I'm sorry. What? What was that? Let's just stop for a second. Hey, you'll never guess what I'm bringing. There he goes, he's going home. But yeah, I think the play is gonna be to do some matched parties for some runs to get the ether pool levels up, and then maybe go back and try solo. There's always a bigger fish. But like the mechanics for that first boss, like there is a huge DPS check immediately. Which is different, I guess. A little different. Can you get into that one queued? Yeah, you could. I just like doing them solo. I think they're more fun that way. Part of the fun of deep dungeons is seeing how far you can get by yourself. But I think I have to just suck it up and do some matched parties, level up a little bit. You know. I'd say we should all make a community day of it. Or we could all do it, but unfortunately it requires that you have completed Endwalker. And that's a big ask. Yeah, I'm not getting there for months. Maybe longer. Alright, so there's a big fucker here. We're just gonna go right past the tornado. Ooh, a salmon? I don't know how the salmon are thriving in here with that monster. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to be like super angsty, you know. Eee! Okay. Why are you supposed to dodge him? Alright, we have to get to the X. Hey, guys who live in this town, do you know that, like, an eldritch abomination lives here? Bro. Do you know? It's okay, he doesn't know. We're just chilling. Ooh. Oh, that thing does 2 points of health damage to you immediately. This is the family crest. We have to go. Alright, there's a ton of loot over here. Let's mark it on our map as question mark. We'll be back. But we're just gonna go around the side of the island, you know? Pirate flag! But yeah, the new deep dungeon is really cool. I like it a lot. Aesthetically, it's like way better than the last one. So, I'm pretty happy about that. Here's some nonsense. And we have to be careful because there could be rocks, you know? And a typhoon. Plus you can summon you-know-who. Yeah. Kind of get that feeling when learning the hard mode dungeons. It's not hard, it's just a little more challenging than typical, I guess. You know? I don't know. Hard mode? No, Zan was just saying about hard mode, and I was correcting, saying it's not necessarily a hard mode dungeon, it's just a different kind of dungeon. I'll buy fish that are entirely fresh, but if it's completely turned to rot, I can't pay you anything for it. Do I have rotting fish? Oh, they like rotting eels, don't they? What's hard mode? Life. Life is hard mode. Oh, not this one. We have to go to the other town. After beating AR and 14, you start getting access to a shit ton of hard mode dungeons, and they're kind of a difficulty spike. Nah. So, the thing you need to know about the hard mode dungeons at level 50, they label them as hard because some of them are duplicates. But they're labeled incorrectly. They're not hard mode of dungeons, they're just like a variation of the dungeons, because when they were coming out, they were They were like the casual endgame content, like those dungeons would be your dailies that you would do to get like materials to buy new gear. But I don't know why they call them hard mode, because they're not supposed to be that way. Hello again. What can I do for you? Is this your family crest? Actually, do you know how I could clear debris around here? You'd probably need some explosives to shift those rocks. My brother at Ingfell used to make explosives. Yeah, the whaling operations, you see. Nasty stuff. But with the whales all gone, I can't imagine he's still in business. Those 50 dungeons are difficult, spike with the yeah, that's true. I think I just, every time I get them in the roulette, they are designed in a way where item level is not balanced properly. So if you get a party of max level people who are at max item level, those dungeons are like blown away extraordinarily fast. But there's even mechanics in some of those dungeons that I don't really get. You end up kind of just DPSing through them. What else do you want to know? Is this your family crest? You found it. I never thought I'd see this beauty. Yeah, I was being guarded by an evil eel. But now, I have a further favor to ask. Would you take this to my brother at Ingfell? Tell him his brother is sorry and would like to come home. You know, there's a lot of fetch quests in this game for just a lowly fisherman such as me. Ew. A decaying blackmouth. A shimmering blackness permeates the flesh of this relentless fish. Muscles atrophied and decaying, but still it swims on. Does it mainly have any management mechanics on the dungeons and the price for fucking up a bit being higher? Yeah, do be like that. The dungeons do get more complex in the sense that not necessarily of difficulty, but new mechanics that you have to learn, but that's kind of the fun part of it, right? Unless you're me. I don't know why, I just get like so worried doing new dungeons, especially when it's endgame, like max level dungeons on a new patch. Like I'm gonna disappoint someone, but like who fucking cares? It's a game. What is it? I believe this crest is yours. Gods, I haven't seen this since. So he did take it, I knew it. Your brother's sorry, would you let him come back home? I don't know if I was in the right state when he left. Okay, fine. He can stay in my old workshop, at least for the time being. But I'll need some time to clear it out. While I'm doing that, perhaps you can do something for me. See, I've been trying to clear some debris in the pathways through the cliffs to make a shortcut with explosives. I was able to set a charge, but the cliff seemed particularly unsteady that day, so I didn't risk detonating it. You just need to get in there and set it off. It's not far in. I left some yellow flags nearby. You can't miss it. Anything else? Where are the explosives? Head through the rock arch to the southeast. Okay. Can't be, but it does feel like shit wiping to a mechanic the rest of the party knew. Yeah, but they know it because they wiped to it too. I think that it's important to remember that. Dan should try Palace of the Dead. I think she's mentioned that Palace of the Dead is like the most boring shit imaginable. Which I don't disagree with. I've still never gotten to floor 200 because I can't find a party that will consistently want to do that with me. Palace of the Dead isn't fun. It's boring hard. It's not fun? What? Alright guys, if you see another fish out here, you let me know, okay? We need more space. The 9th of September 1927. He still refuses to take me aboard when he's working. He is convinced that I will find it dull, or that the crew will be crass or otherwise intolerable. Perhaps I am being overly needy. I know he needs time alone, but I am so desperately bored at home when he is away. He recently installed some salvaging equipment onto the boat. I think the idea of pulling up treasure is terribly exciting. I must convince him to let me have a go. I'm walking the same boring halls, hitting enemies, picking up little items I never really use unless against the boss. I feel like I'm just racking chumps without anything interesting happening. You need to get past the first, like, couple, levels, I think. And then it will get challenging, and you'll be like, oh shit. And there's cool rewards and stuff for clearing it, you know? Alright guys, if you see a stinky evil eel, you let me know, okay? Not these ones though. These ones are fine. Ooh, this we need to let this guy like rot. Hold on. Right? Okay, discard. Why are you shaped so stupid? This isn't gonna work. It might work. Diablo lessons. Ah, if only I could like rotate it the other way, man. Whatever. We're getting rid of the metal. We have to let this rot. That's a gold doubloon. I'm at level 30. He can't help the way he was born. The eel? Yes, he can. A pile of loose debris. In the gaps between the rocks, you can see what appear to be large white teeth. There's a long fuse trailing off from the side. This must be the location the whaler wants to cleared. You light the fuse. The debris crumbles away. You should let the whaler know. We're free! Ish. Just... If you see an ugly eel, you let me know. We don't stand by those here. The light went out. I pugged Palace of the Dead and just sat there 7 hours for a day. Yeah, but I have to go to work. You've done it. We heard the blast from here. God's the echo. I'm surprised the cliffs didn't come down in your head. I've got things ready here. Go and tell my brother that he can come home. First we sleep, because we need this eel to be nice and icky. It's still fresh. I'll be right back. I get to decide time to clear a bunch of pals probably, but I'm trying to pace myself with the content I don't like. That's fine. No one's convincing you to do it. Pixie fucking hates Pals of the Dead. I understand. I'm just kind of like stuff like that where it's like different types of content and that you can like solo and get like unique rewards that a lot of people don't have are interesting to me. You know? Like I wish I had the time and the skill to get to floor 200 solo because the title would be really cool. Your brother forgives you. He's found you a place to stay. He does? That's a huge weight off my chest. One so old I hardly remembered it was there. Right, well, I'm packed and ready to go. I can't fit you on my ship because this stupid eel is here. No, I can. I just have to turn you sideways. The hermit climbs aboard with all of his belongings. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, we have a bunch of fish in our net, too. Well, here we are. The hermit notices the old whaler standing on the dock waiting for him. Little brother, you're home. I'm so sorry. I was foolish. We both were. Come on inside. Let me get your bags. The two brothers walk away down the dock. One of them pauses for a moment and turns back to you. Oh, stranger, if you find any more debris that needs clearing, I'm working on making some more packed explosives. Come by the old whaling yards anytime. This one's on the house all for your help. Bombs. Hope you can put them to use wherever you find cause for it. 40 bucks? I'll take 2 because I think there's a couple spots. And then we just kind of have to let the eel in our inventory rot. And then we can bring it back to that lady. You know, I'm like pretty wealthy. I'm trying to rest as little as possible. Now that I know that you can, and you can get away with it. Anyway, Palace of the Dead is probably the second worst deep dungeon aesthetically. I think Eureka Orthos in Endwalker is fucking terrible. Aesthetically, it's really dumb. Like, it's just so boring. All that Allegan shit, I can't stand it. Heaven on High is really cool. And the Pilgrim's Traverse is extremely cool. So far. I just wish I could get further. Oh, we have to bring this back to the collector. Alright. First, let me see if I can go blow open another spot over here. I do want to come back. Did he eat it? I hate this fish. Go around the side and be very careful. Aesthetically and in terms of content, I find Palace of the Dead boring. Do other deep dungeons get more interesting content? I mean, it's the same style of content, but like the items you get that allow you to do different effects are changed. I don't know, it's just, I don't think I can convince someone that doesn't really like the gameplay loop that it's suddenly gonna be different. It's still the same. Hi, Mobo, how's it going? Gameplay loop haters be like that, so true. I don't know where Pixie is. She said she was home, but maybe she's not. Are we still dredging up the past? Thank you for the daily tax, Pixie and Mobo. Yeah, I was just like really depressed, and I didn't really want to play Fallout. And that's how you know I'm fucked up, because I always want to play Fallout. So, you know. Eternally, you're healing because I think Fallout is mid. Why do you hate me? Mobo doesn't like open world games. I shouldn't tell you how much fun I've been having with Ghost of Yote then. Here's your aged eel, you freak. Perfect. This will do wonderfully. I can offer you a small sum. Thanks. That's it. Whatever. Hate the sin, not the sinner. Did I tell you I went to church last weekend? I was re-upping my buffs. Not literally because I went to church. It was a family thing going on, and one side of my family is religious, so Catholic church. Yep. Yippers. I was gonna make a tweet about it that probably wouldn't have made any waves because posting anything on X these days is like a meaningless endeavor. But the priests do really tell you that this is the all-seeing God, as we were talking about Jesus Christ. Staring outwards, unblinking, eyes borrowed from a larger being, but not the mind to process what it sees. The priests really do be like, this is the gospel according to Luke, and then goes on a rant about how it's related to a movie he saw last weekend called Master and Commander. Anyway, I thought that would do, that might do numbers on Twitter, but every time I post on Twitter, it's like there's no one home, so I didn't post it on Twitter. Low-key, the new pope has positive aura. Yeah, it's surprising for an American pope, kind of maybe not as bad as we thought he could be, which could have been a lot. Here's your stupid music box. So you've returned. I wasn't sure you were coming back. You drag the massive music box into the room, gouging the wooden floorboards beneath it. The collector doesn't seem to mind. He's focused on the box. You found this at the cliffs, didn't you? Yes. Ah, excellent. This should make future return journeys a little more swift. Allow me. He selects one of the silver ribbons trailing from the crimson-bound book, opening it to some unseen page. Turning to catch the dim light, he whispers the words on the page. After a few seconds, you feel your stomach drop suddenly, as though thrown high by a wave. He closes the book and turns his attention back to you. Now, there are yet more relics to find. Keep looking. The reef at Stellar Basin may have caught and accumulated some wreckage. Search around that area. I'll mark a location on your map where you can begin your search. Those words you read from that book, what do they do to me? The book holds power from the deep. I merely extended its powers towards you. Is there one particular you wish to know more about? The new one. Use of those words will induce a trance-like state. While in this state, time will pass in the blink of an eye. When it is over, you will find yourself here. As always, I caution against overusing this. Selectively and strategically utilize it when you need it the most. Okay. What are you doing with these relics? He's gonna be like, none of your fucking business. Thank you for this stretch. By collecting them, of course, and invest them for times to come. Anything else? Why can't you search yourself? The ocean no longer wishes to cooperate. As the waves are unsafe for me, you will be my surrogate. Do we trust this guy? Oh yeah, isn't there like a camera person somewhere? What could he be doing wrong? Nothing, probably. This is when your DM introduces a character that everyone's super suspicious about, but it's a red herring because they're not actually evil. Okay, oh, I said that. Yeah. Yeah, it was a baptism. Like, I know in Catholic baptism, they do, you know, they pour water on you. And I always knew that, but I'd never been to one, so I never really thought about it. I hear rumblies. It's probably nothing. But they do really just pour water. You know? Like a solo cup? Yeah, exactly. They get a water bubbler from school and they just squirt it all over the baby. Anyway, it was a baptism, so it was supposed to be really short, but the priest's homily went on for like 35 minutes. I guess if you really love to yap, you should either become a Twitch streamer or a priest. Because if you're really good at just talking, you'll make a good priest. More like ad hominem. It wasn't a mass though, it was just a baptism. It wasn't a full mass. I was expecting it to be short, but it wasn't. You know? I want the light we bought is really nice, but it also could be better. And it makes me kind of scared. You know? There's some evil shit afoot. This looks like a dock. Maybe we can build something here, a home. You stand in the center of a campsite. The fire's embers are cool, but ash is still steadily blowing out of the wind. The tent is a sheet of cloth suspended over some sticks. There is nothing inside save for a smoothed hollow in the dirt where someone slept. A large flat rock sits atop the charred wood of the campfire. A handful of tiny fish bones can be seen poking out. You kick the ashes. Your foot hits something hard at the bottom of the pile. You brush the remnants aside. Ooh, I will take ye. You find no footprints, but unfamiliar unfamiliar symbols have been sketched in the dust nearby. Some have been erased with the hasty sweep of a foot. Someone was here, and now they're not. Ooh, look at that. When can we get ocean? Really far away from now. Oh, the rod. Oh, the rod. Okay. You can spend your fat stacks on ship upgrades. I need to find a certain type of metal, which is why we're going to dredge up some shipwrecks over here. Hopefully we get it. We don't have room for you, eel. I was kind of hoping there'd be more oh, there's stuff over here. Do you think anyone's done a Dread ASMR video? And then when the monster comes out, they go, "Oh no! There's a big eel over there. We better stay away. Let's stay over here so the eel can't find us, okay?" You could be the first. And the last. Wait. Can I not put into storage? I guess not. Oh, because there's probably nothing here. Well, back the way we came. I'm not going through the cliffs because there's monsters there. Yeah, maybe we'll take a shortcut though. Just a quick one, right? There's no monsters out here. There couldn't be. Nope, we're fine. There ain't nothing out here. I wonder if we've exhausted all of the things we can do in the cliffs. Kind of feels like maybe we have. Move on to brighter shores. Thanks to the retired whale Inkfell, I'm carrying a small stock of packed explosives. Eee. Move to fishier waters, smellier, fishier waters. Coastal and shallow. But the reel over here lets us do oceanic. And this one does mangrove and coastal. So right now we can only do oceanic or coastal / shallow. I mean, I guess maybe it's worth it, right? Try doing some ocean fishing. We'll just put this in our storage and then buy the hydraulic. I almost did not stream today, but I told myself I have to be responsible. This stream smells a bit fishy. Oh my god, Vike, how's it going? Welcome in. I don't like the smell of fish. Won't lie. Kind of icky. You cannot fish here anymore. You must go into deeper waters. Like every time I go to like the Boston Harbor, it's smelly. Fish were not meant to be smelled, coming right out of their natural habitat. It figures as soon as I equip a rod that lets us fish through the ocean, there's no fish. Where should we go next? Stellar Basin, maybe? I'm gonna take a peek. Hold on, hold on. Fuck. This is abyssal. Fish that are only at the lowest peak. Hold on, look at this. Look at these. There's some blue marlins over here. That guy's huge. I think we can only catch one. This isn't even by the coast. Can you upgrade your storage? Yeah. Like I said, we're looking for a very specific type of metal right now. That I don't actually know where to get, so we're kind of just wandering around at this point, hopefully for something to show up. Thank you for the hydrate. I hear monkeys. Monkeys aren't so scary, right? Except for that one that, like, ripped off that woman's face. I guess maybe they might be a little scary. You could ask random NPCs. Yeah, but I'm a man. We don't stop to ask for direction. Boy, I hope there's a town on this island or I'm gonna be very sad. What would you do if a monkey ripped off your cock? Yo, look at this. It's beautiful. And we can't do anything about it. Yeah, I know an evil jellyfish when I see one. Free bottoms. Why would a monkey want to? Monkeys do all sorts of things. This is beautiful. We just have to cross it because there's a town over there. Hold on, I see something to dredge up. You know, maybe it's not so beautiful. Maybe it's actually terrifying at night. I don't like this. Is that a tentacle sticking out of the ground? Like a big old fucking Cthulhu kraken? Nah, probably not. I doubt it. If you don't believe in it, it can't hurt you. Those are the rules. Monkeys are vicious when they fight and know how to attack parts of themselves they value most. Like the Pinar. Thank you for the hydrate. I feel like I just hydrated. You're trying to drown me. I've got a surprise for you, a gift from most loyal customer. I want you to have this. Art of the Silver Tongue. That marlin soul. Oh, we have so many fish in here. I'm rich. I think the hippopotamus might be one of the scariest animals out there, though. Thank you for the stretch. I wish I could crack my back. What the fuck? Hey gamers. I think I found Cthulhu. What are you even supposed to do about that? So what we want is down there, but there's a big old monster. So you just stay in the outsides, I think. I missed it? You didn't miss nothing. That shit was whack. Apparently the new Digimon game is goated. With the sauce. I want to play it. I wish I had time to play everything. It is indeed. Do you customize your character in that, or do you pick between a boy and a girl? "6th and the 7th of March, 1927. We are engaged to be married. He sailed us out to the very center of Stellar Basin to see the lights. We talked for hours, something we have not done in such a long time. Waiting and hoping. Sometime past midnight, as we were growing delirious and hysterical from the lack of sleep, the aurora shimmered into the skies above. When I turned to see his reaction, he was already down on one knee. I cannot even remember what he said or what I said, but I know that I said yes. The ring is beautiful, with a span of jewels going right the way around. I cannot take my eyes off of it. P.S. I was not sure whether to write this under yesterday's date or today's, given that it occurred at the conjunction of days. No one's ever used that term before. But I feel that the news is significant enough to warrant spanning multiple entries. I almost said entrees. You pick between a boy and a girl, but you can swap between them in the game too, so it's not really a big deal since your avatar can do. Oh, so they're like two separate characters. Interesting. I own it, I just have to find time to play it. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting visitors. Who are you? I'm a fisherman. Ah, yes, I thought you had the look, but a fisherman all the way out here? Strange. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all the same. I've not seen another soul in months. In fact, I could do with your help if you have the time. I need help collecting samples to study. I was originally posted at the research outpost on the interior of the basin, but it was attacked. A large creature emerged from the depths and destroyed the outpost. Now it rests in the center of the basin. I fled here and have been making do as best I can. But I had to leave most of my equipment behind, so now my research has come to a halt. Take a look at the list of specimens I need. Please drop them off here. You might need to experiment with different fishing strategies to collect all of them. I don't think I have any of the fish you want. What sort of creature? Well, I got the sense it was attacking the research outpost itself rather than me specifically. I suspect it was disturbed by some of my monitoring equipment. There were dozens of machines running there, all powered by a noisy generator. It was huge, larger than any other marine species I've studied. It attacked with tentacles, so I'd guess it's some sort of octopus or squid or an anemone. Two different people and their siblings. Oh, like Zenless, I think. From the day I played Zenless. One of my research vessels was moored around the back of the station, so I managed to slip away on that while it was tearing apart the front. There was a lot of valuable data and equipment left there, but I'm not going back. I can't. I won't face it again. You noticed anything else unusual? Now that you mention it, I've been so preoccupied with the attack and having to rebuild here, I'd almost forgotten. I found these letters from my sister. She sent them to me while I was studying before she... The researcher is quiet for a moment and stares off to the side. Anyway, I kept finding them amongst my papers. I don't remember packing them, but I must have. I started finding them more frequently. They turned up in my collection nets, in my sampling tubes. They were letters I'd never seen before, but they were in her writing. They were in her name. They were saying things, talking about things that happened after she died. I can't explain it. Also Genshin. Oh, that's true, in Genshin. Man, Mihoyo really loves siblings, don't they? I don't think there's much to say. I studied biological sciences at Ironhaven College. It was a struggle. There were no other female students in the department that year, or the year before, or the year before that. It's hard not to feel like an outsider in an environment like that, you know? You probably don't. When I graduated, I managed to land a job at the Northern Biological Research Society. And then, well, I was posted here by myself. I thought I would relish the peace and quiet, but I miss having company. I've always had someone, or at least a pet out here. Or at least a pet. Out here, it's just machines. Okay. I don't even know how to begin tackling this situation. It feels like a lot of stuff is in the abyssal zone. Maybe we should go to a different place on the map. There's also islands over here. Can't believe it's only Wednesday. Yeah, there's a bunch of these stones. Actually, I should probably start recording these stones. No, I'll do a question mark. There we go. Didn't Ross have a pet monkey on Friends? If you fished up someone's broken glasses, would you consider that buried treasure? Like underwater treasure or whatever? Use a question mark for everything? Yeah, well, everything's a mystery. The laboratory is in ruins with equipment and research papers strewn about the place. Where do you want to look? The cupboards. Gimme. I want to inspect the equipment. There's some strange looking prototype parts on the table, but you can't see any use for them right now. I need to sneeze. I'm moving the mic. Today was the first day that I opened the window and it was cold out and I closed. Tonight's supposed to be really cold. Tonight's supposed to be chilly. And then tomorrow night's supposed to be... On the other side of the table, you find a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "Not safe. Expect retaliation imminently. Evacuating to fort." Look around on the floor. It was colder up where I am too. It was warmer last week. Winter do be coming. Winter is coming. Finally. I don't know if it's been like this where you are, but summer has not let up. Even though it's the beginning of October, we've still been getting days that are like 85 degrees and humid, which is so awful. Global warming do be kind of real. There are cracks in the base of the structure that grow to large gashes as you follow them along the walls. That's like almost 30 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's fucked up. Something extremely large and powerful created these holes. You slowly reach your arm into one. Yippee! I've been getting like mid-20s Celsius for a while since last week. Ooh, I want that. I think it's gonna start to be cooler here though. Ross did have a monkey. I knew it. I've only watched Friends like 600 times. An old generator sputters and ticks over. Alright, well we can't do anything about that. Where are the loot? You know? Research part. Alright, hold on. Before I'm gonna do, it's gonna be night, and that's fine because I want to test something now that all the jellies are out. First, we research. I want this rod. Do we even have the room for that? No, not really. No, we don't. Maybe we should research something else? Oh my god, am I slurring my words again? We're getting a special crap pot. I don't care. Is coffee driving while drunk? I don't really drink anymore. Alright. I want to know if this thing is awake at night. Yep. Yep. Doesn't it do the Among Us noise? Am I dumb? Or is that the Among Us noise? September 14th, 1927. I have not written in a few days. I have been afflicted with some strange chill which conspires to fog my brain. I cannot seem to keep warm no matter what I do. The ink has run from some lines here and they are ineligible. Or illegible. While most of what they hauled up was junk, they eventually came up with a large wooden casket. A hush came over the crew at such a tantalizing discovery. I remember the next moments with excruciating clarity. He pried it open easily. The buckling boards cracked and groaned with relief as they splintered apart. Crimson cloth spilled out onto the deck. The crashing waves rose to fill my ears. I hear them still. He stared down onto the open casket and turned to me. In his eyes, I saw the void. The page has been torn off here. Spooky. Alright, where's that lady that repairs shit? Over here? No, that's the fortress. She's on the other side. Very well. We will go there. We will just have to dodge all the evil jellyfish. Map! What do we do with this? Maybe you could mark inform people who repair your stuff? No. I see another glowy. It's another flag! Wait, didn't I have a pirate flag? Or did I put that in my inventory? I simply can't remember. More loot? I hear a doggo. A dog! There's a skinny brown dog leaping around in the shallows. Have you paid off your debt yet? Oh, a long time ago. Occasionally it lunges at the water, snapping at some small, silvery fish. Its technique is ineffective. You jump off the boat into thigh-high water. The dog stops chasing fish and focuses on you. You throw some scraps into the water near the dog. It pounces at the splash and swallows seawater. The dog wags his tail briefly but doesn't move. You wade towards the shore. As you get nearer, the dog backs up a little ways. It sits. You're too far away. Oh. You make soft, encouraging noises and the dog cautiously approaches. It stops just out of your reach. Hold out some fish in your hand. You hold out some fish scraps in the palm of your hand. The dog approaches slowly but soon begins licking at them. Pat the dog. You reach out and gently pat the dog. Its eyes follow your hand and it seems to understand you're not a threat. Pat the dog. You pat the dog again, seems to be enjoying it. Pat the dog. You make your way back towards the boat. As you're wading out, you hear the sloshing of forelegs cutting through the water. You stop and turn around. The dog is standing a few paces behind you. It tilts its head questioningly. You continue, this time with the dog alongside. Its tail is wagging so hard it beats the water into a froth behind it. When you get to the boat, you turn around to pull the dog on board. Come, dog. Let us go. I'm trying to... What do we get rid of here? Let's get rid of the wood. Because we have wood already, I think. Come, puppy. Come, pupper. You lift the dog onto the deck. It walks around briefly before curling into a ball and looking up at you. Maybe you could find this dog a more permanent home. What do we call the dog? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Woofer. There's some stuff going on outside in the ocean. We just have to kind of deal with it, though. Hey, fuck off. Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck you. Asshole. Was that a golem? It might have been a golem. Are any of these things we can give to her for... I think we should just bring them and see, I guess. Alright. Put the storage, put storage, storage, storage. Can we put the dog in storage? We can. No, the dog stays with us. What about some fish, some crab pots here? You know? Maybe one out here. Apparently I'm engaged in battle with a tornado. I think it's time to sleep. Can't leave Woofer alone. It's true, we can't. Oh god, I'm sniffly still. It's like fall allergies. Thank you for the hydrate. Anyone managed to get their shiny Pokemon from GameStop? So we have to go through the research outpost back to like Blackstone Isle and stuff. I kind of want to explore over here though. What? What do you mean what? GameStop was doing like a shiny giveaway. They were giving those shiny Miraidon and Koraidon. And then scalpers came in and stole them all because scalpers are scum of the earth and deserve to fucking never see the gates of heaven. Oh, I didn't see this place. This is like Besaid after sin destroys it. The stone hums quietly, and nothing happens. Besaid, sorry, Final Fantasy X reference. You'll understand when you play it. These require shallows. So I think this village might be like fucked. I don't know. Still looking for refined metal for my hull. Oops. The village doesn't look too abandoned. I don't know. I can't dock with it. It looks kind of fucked up. I guess all we can do is explore, huh? Not really sure what else to do. I'm not really sure how to handle that situation over there with the you-know-who. Maybe we can go back to one of the other... maybe we can go back to the main towns and see if anyone has something to say. We have a lot of treasure to sell as well. If I go over here and you turn into a golem and try to kill me, I'm gonna be pissed. A slab of rock cuts above the waves. There are 4 large, powerful fish shapes carved into its face and 4 great fissures running through the rock base. Oh. I don't think we can do anything with that, but I will mark it on my map. Question mark? What did I put here again? What was this? I've already forgotten. You placed a non-question mark pin? It seems so. This is where she lives. Yes. No, that's where the... No, I don't fucking remember. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. There's too much happening. Remember when Phoebe was like, got that cat that was like a sphinx, and Ross said, "Why is it inside out?" What a funny line. No, okay. Never mind. I'll go fuck myself. Haven't watched Friends? Alright, never mind. I remember when she made a whole song video about Smelly Cat. That was Phoebe. A dog, oh gosh, let me see. The dog bounds over to the researcher. Yeah, you said Phoebe, I meant Rachel. She crouches down to pet the dog, grinning. The dog licks her chin in response. I could definitely take this one off your hands, and I'd love the company. Are you sure? Yeah, sure. Pupper. Oh, thank you. We're gonna be such good friends. He could be my assistant. Suddenly the dog stands upright and begins to retch, its stomach heaving. Seconds later, it vomits a wet glob onto the floor. Something glistens through the mucus. That's interesting. I suppose that's yours. Thanks. I'll sell it. For a high price. Rachel made a song about Smelly Cat? No, Phoebe made a song about the Smelly Cat. Rachel bought a Sphinx and Ross asked why it was inside out. I believe I have one of the fish that you require. Actually, I might even have 2 of the fish you require. Maybe we should sleep. Shouldn't Phoebe's name be spelled Phoebe since I don't... What? 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 What are you talking about? What are you saying to me? Their initials do not spell out friends. Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Ross, Phoebe, Joey. Their initials don't spell out friends. Actually, a pretty problematic show if you were to watch it. I mean, not really, like, no one's really being like, this is actually not woke. But, like, they definitely did stuff in that show that in the 90s were funny, and in 2025 are like, I don't think you could get away with that. Rest in peace, Matthew Perry, by the way. The voice of Benny from Fallout New Vegas. Kind of crazy that his two most famous roles are Chandler Bing and Benny. I did see a clip of Friends where they cut the laugh tracks out, and Ross seems like such a creep. Ross is not a good person, but he is very funny to watch. Because he's always making the wrong decision. Thank you for the hydrate. Is this an airplane? An aeroplane? No, it's actually alive. It's actually a giant crab that is also an airplane. What's the, why do I... Okay. Oh, this looks like Big Forest Jungle Town. Do you think we're gonna make it back? Yeah, we'll make it back. There's just mimics all over. This is a Dark Souls. This is if Dark Souls had an ocean. I should get back and try another randomizer for Dark Souls. But I'm kind of scared after I kind of crashed out last time. You think this game takes place off the coast of Maine? I see the fishies out there. You know, the ones that aren't actually fishies? Well, while we're here, look at this nice tree. What was that? Alright, these little islands are kind of boring. Let's head back to Steel Point. See what the lady over there has been up to. Maybe there's some ocean fish we can catch. Nope, that's coastal fish. What's the point of the ocean rod? It doesn't do shit. Hey, thanks again for helping me move out here. I managed to get upset. So cool. I'm so happy for you. Let's rest. We do have a research thingy. guess we don't really need the flashlight while we're out and about now. And it's daytime. Whoa! I'll be back. This looks like an ocean fish. Is it like a shark? I'll be back, we'll be back, we'll be back. There's so much to do. Ocean fishing also sucks. I know you told me that on Monday. Alright, then we'll do a little bit of research for the new fishing rod. Ocean fishing is fine. Everyone has an opinion. That's a big old boy. We don't have room for that. There's so many crabs. Everyone at work is dropping like flies. Every day there's like 2 more people out sick. I feel like I need to wear a bubble to work soon. The lighthouse keeper is waiting for you on the dock looking displeased. I saw you sailing out towards the horizon, crossing that deep expanse. Do you really think that's wise? What's the problem? It feels a bit like tempting fate, does it not? Things are bad enough around here without your provocations. Abruptly she walks away. Her eyes scan the water as she walks along the dock. I didn't do anything. Jerk. I want to talk to the mayor. What happened to the last fisherman? The last fisherman? Oh, he was very unreliable. He'd go out at night, come back with no fish, and proceed to sleep all day. He was also a terrible captain. I mean, really terrible. Constantly running aground on the reef, even in broad daylight. The shipwright almost ran out of wood for repairs. No, he was no good. One evening he left and never came back. So long, he shan't be missed by us. Do you know of any shipwrecks? Unfortunately, there have been quite a few in recent years. The lighthouse helps it even in struggles to cut through the fog some nights. We do our best to salvage and clear any shipwrecks that occur on this side of the island. That should make fishing a bit easier for you. Around the back, though, it's a little harder to get to. There are still some wrecks towards the deeper patches. You'll want to avoid that area. What about the wider region? Stellar Basin. Quite a popular tourist destination. I doubt that. There's a resort on the atoll, built on top of a beautiful coral reef. I'm sure there's a wide variety of fish today. Maybe you fancy getting your hooks into some of those? No getting sick, just gotta hold out another week and you'll be here. What about the Twisted Strand? I don't think there's much to tell, just a tangled mass of trees. It's often blanketed in a thick fog even during the day. You'd want some good lights and a good sense of direction. Alright, what about the Devil's Spine? It's quite exciting, really, an active volcano amongst a city of ancient ruins. I must caution against sailing that, however. The ruins lie low in the water and would surely tear through your hull. Not to mention the aforementioned volcano could erupt at any moment. Oh. I already been there. Alright, what about Blackstone Isle? My voice is getting to the raspy part where I've been talking a lot. Strange occurrences? My counterpart in Little Marrow met the most unfortunate end. They say he went mad quite suddenly. One day he was normal. The next, he was pacing the shoreline, hurling people's belongings into the sea. After some days like this, he disappeared, never to be seen again. Nowadays, the tale of Old Mare is used to scare children. Not many remember him, myself included, and those that do remember don't seem to like talking about it. Alright. I really want, to find this fucking refined metal. I have no idea where you get that. I'm gonna assume the mangrove is, the twisted whatever. But it doesn't look like we can do anything. This sucks. This thing sucks. Maybe you have to make refined metal? I don't think you can do that. Oh, new lights. Yes. They are so big. I can only fit one. Well, I'm sure we'll come across it eventually, now that I'm doing nighttime exploration. There's all these islands that we still have to hang out with. Probably the stuff over here we missed too. Gotta check over here. I keep getting the dry dock and the shipwright confused. Actually, you know what? I'm selling this and buying a better one. We have the money. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, though. See how we almost crashed into that rock? And how I very easily, narrowly avoided it? It's because I'm a gamer. Maybe we just have to keep fishing at these spots until, like, one shows up. No, these are cloth. The Art of the Silver Tongue. Increased sell prices and 10% reduced buy prices. I don't wanna... This place sucks. Never mind, we're leaving. Fuck you. Oh, you gonna come here? You gonna come all the way to town to hang out with us? Yeah, I didn't think so. Jerk. I do think you have to find an NPC to give scrap metal to, and they give you refined metal. Like who? Well, you know about the old mayor of Little Marrow? I try not to think about him. It's a painful memory for us all. Some nights I still think I can hear the hum of his engine sailing past the bay. But I know he's gone, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay. Oh, we have all that, treasure and stuff in our in our storage that we can sell, and some flags that we can give away. Pirate flag! Here's another flag. Yes, I want the anchor flag. Okay. What about you, dock worker? The dock worker is standing motionless on the edge of the dock, staring down at the water. He seems paralyzed by the fear of what he sees. He stares ahead in silence. He seems unable to respond. He strains, clenching his fists, eyes shut tight with the effort. A tear rolls down his cheek. You notice his neck and overalls are covered in a dark fluid, the same dark fluid that was leaking from the package you delivered earlier. Now this is video game preservation. His body relaxes suddenly and his eyes snap open again. They are cloudy and expressionless. Fluid rattles through his lungs. A drop of dark ooze falls from one of his ears and lands onto the dock. It slips between the boards and disappears into the water below. What was that? Trembling head turns ever so slowly towards you. His breathing grows heavy in anger till you step backwards, leaving him standing there on the dock. I don't think we can ever talk to this man again. Alright, there's nothing here. Let's go to these islands. Ocean fishing? Big fish. Rot. Where the hell do we get that? Yeah, I think we shouldn't do any ocean fishing till we can make our hull better. Because it's kind of seeming like the fish are a little too big. You know? That's the Devil's Spine, which sucks ass. Wait, we've never been to the Devil's Spine. That's Volcano Town. But that's never stopped me before. A snake mackerel. Isn't that what that guy wanted? Snake mackerel, snake mackerel, snake mackerel. We have to bring it to him. Where is he? I think he lives over here. I have to go have fun? Okay, bye. I don't think it's gonna be a super long stream, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm being wishy-washy today. Whale! I might take all of next week off and just do some YouTube stuff before I leave, to be honest. More water. Hey, Heck Cat. You've returned. Almost fulfilled. Thank you for the hydrate. Here's your snake mackerel, you freak. The fish has barely left your hands before splintered nails begin peeling at its scales. The heart is extracted and devoured. Their head tilts upwards to look at you. They take a book from the inside of their robe and hand it over. Hunger. Sated. Now I wait. They cross their arms and appear to fall into a deep sleep. Okay, bye-bye. He gave me a book. Haggling and bartering a guide. Okay. This could be a good... I'm lurking, working on stuff. Okay. This could be a good opportunity to try manifest. Alright. No consequences. We have to find the photographer, don't we? Didn't someone talk about a photographer? When did you get black magic? Oh, a little while ago. Someone was talking about a photographer. I bet we have to open the workshop to do the refined metal. But I don't know how to open the workshop. And I'm stupid. Top of my head hurts. Owie, owie. Okay. You're supposed to be a photographer somewhere. I don't remember where. Have we been over here? I think so. Have we been over here? I don't know. Let's go. Beep beep. I don't have room. Do you think we can make it over there? We're just sailing on the open seas. Tall orcas! Yay, yippee! They'll protect me, because I'm not rich, so they couldn't possibly have anything against me. I'm just a small boat on the ocean. Nothing wrong with that. There's a whale over there breaching. Everything's like there's nothing happening here. It's so peaceful. What is this? This is abyssal, isn't it? Yeah. Big whale. Big whale. Big waves of emotion. Is this a fish I can fish? Yes. This is rotting. We're gonna get rid of it. We've kept it for too long. Sunfish. We literally can't put it in our boat. It's too big. We just fished it up and threw him out. That's crazy. We need to find a way to improve our hull, like, now. And I think it has something to do with opening that workshop, but I simply don't know how to do it. We have to learn how to get Abyssal. Or just go to the volcano or something. Or maybe go up to the tank, the Twisted Strand. I don't fucking know. We manifested. But I do think we have to get rid of the ocean reel because it's not doing anything for us right now. You. Didn't we get a research thing? Nope. Teddy, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Can you give a shout out? Bear witness. Bear witness. Wait, was it Persona Day? Hey, Yurik. Hey, Guam. Guam. Wait. Yes, Guam, sorry. Hello. Persona failed us? Hey, Chat Riel. No, Persona got scuffed? What do you mean? Did I spell the name wrong? Oh my god. I'm gonna get in trouble, but I spelled Teddy out as if the Teddy from Persona 4. I'm cooked. If you are not already, follow Teddy. They play cool games. That's messed up. I'm a fucking bad person. We're playing Dredge. It's supposed to be scary, but it's not. Thank you for the daily tax, Yurik. Hello, welcome in. Teddy is horrible. The Persona 4 Teddy is pretty awful. You have to make the distinction. Don't say the wrong thing. You'll get me in trouble. Mods, ban them. They use the wrong Teddy. We're just playing some Dredge. I don't know if you've heard of it. The fishy game. That it's supposed to be like undercurrents of spookiness for Halloween. But I guess it's only really spooky if fish scare you. Which they scare me, so it's pretty spooky. I'm putting this in storage. Coastal and Shell. It's a cute little boat game. Yeah, exactly. Never heard of Dredge? It's really nice. You might like it. I don't know. It's like cozy, but it's scary in a way that there's no jump scares. I don't know if that's like good. Wait. To storage. This is volcanic and shallow. This is mangrove and coastal. Eldritch horror. Exactly. Shallow. Coastal. Mangrove. I guess we can go to the foggy town. The fear doesn't come from traditional scares or frightening, it's dread. I'm not feeling the dread right now. I'm feeling annoyed that I can't find how to get refined metal to make my boat better. I kind of wanted to play sea shanties today while we played, but I thought like maybe that would ruin the vibe. You could sing one. I've been fishing at night with the dark woods behind me and I was afraid to turn around. That kind of scary? Yeah, exactly. But if you don't look, then it can't hurt you, right? If you don't check, then what's the problem? If you don't see it, it's not there. We're going into the evil foggy land, though, so... Wait, I have a fishing rod, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. Imagine if I traveled all this way and I didn't equip my fishing rod. That'd be pretty fucked up. Teddy, when's Star Ocean coming back? If you say never, I might have to riot. Ever so slightly. Where are we going? Am I going the right way? I turned around. You ever see those videos of those guys who like take off from California on like a tiny little boat? And then they're like, I'm gonna sail from California to Hawaii. And they're like day 10. I'm starting to like see things at night. My lips are chapped and I'm sunburned all over my body, even the parts that shouldn't be sunburned. I'm having the time of my life. Need to add that to the schedule. You're like kind of close to the end-ish, I think. It's not like a super long game. But Star Ocean games always have like a huge post game, so... Definitely not as scuffed as Persona 4. You could always play Persona 3 Portable. You can be a girl in that one. It's the only Persona game where women are respected. I've only played Persona 5? Yeah, you and the rest of the Earth. You know what? Maybe we didn't need to come here anyway. This is probably the worst place on Earth. You don't have access to post-game PSP? That's okay, you don't need to. We need bombs, don't we? You don't have explosives. Alright. I need to mark this. He looks friendly. He's like that that creature in League of Legends, right? The one that everyone has to fight like mid-game to get buffs for the team. Or whatever. The Baron, thank you. I've played League of Legends like 15 years ago and well, roughly like one time. I was like, wow. If I hated myself a little more. Catfish. Hey, go dinner and bed. Have great stream. Have great dinner and great bed. Have a great night. Thank you for raid. Sorry, I need to sleep. Hope you have fun. Thank you for coming and thank you for raid. And I hope everyone who has to go to bed has a great rest of your evening. I know basically nothing of League. That's okay. You don't need to. Thank you for the stretch. We need to buy explosives, but I feel like this might be the place we have to come. So I'm going to set up. I'm gonna... I'm going to go buy some explosives and sell this catfish. How many do you think, like 3 explosives would be good? League itself is an awesome game. The community is trash. There are some MOBA-style games that I have enjoyed in the past. Baron Nashor. He has a last name? Does that mean he has a family? Like, I liked the Pokemon Unite game. But, yeah. I'm not a competitive person, so, like, those types of games just don't really align with me. Unfortunately, I'm a big old loser. Aren't all the good heroes paywalled? No. You do have to play to earn heroes, but I believe there's a rotation every... You stay in your lane, buddy. I believe there's a rotation every, The twisted shape of a deformed fish is barely recognizable carved into the rock face. I don't have that. They rotate him every week, but, you do have to play the game to earn heroes. Are they called heroes in League? Or are they called champions? That's so... We should teleport. I don't know if it's bad they were teleporting so much, but I'm doing it, and you can't stop me. I admittedly played a lot of Heroes of the Storm. Because it was easier to get into MOBA. Heroes of the Storm. Yeah. Even though in World of Warcraft, the dwarf guy who turns into a rock calls you champion over and over is the Wounds of Azeroth. Fucking get your terminology right, Blizzard. Fisherman, what is it? You look a touch troubled. Is the fog starting to get to you? Completely normal around here, nothing to worry about. With a good night's rest, you'll be right as rain by morning. Never tell me what to do. Unless you're telling me how to, What do you do with the rod? Unless you're, telling me how to get refined metal. What were some other MOBAs? I guess there's not a whole lot out there anymore, because, like, League kind of just is the MOBA. And the other ones don't last too long. Why are we panicking? Nothing's happening. It's a beautiful day on the ocean. The sun is in the sky, I think. I can't look up that high. I don't have sunglasses on. Marvel Rivals. Alright, so fortunately for us, Cthulhu tried to rise, but Moby Dick said fuck off. So we can continue on our journey. We never have to worry about that again. Marvel Rivals is a Overwatch clone. But I guess nowadays that's not such a bad thing because Overwatch is kind of in the shitter, isn't it? Oh, the ocean. Back in the day, there was Heroes of Newerth, but League kind of destroyed it in popularity, plus Dota 2. I might have had a dream about this and didn't actually say it on stream, but I was unfortunately there for the first Dota on Warcraft 3 custom maps. I played a lot of Dota. OG. If you've never played Warcraft custom maps before, though, that was a fucking generational event. There were so many cool maps, aside from just Dota. Overwatch has gone bad, if I remember correctly. I think Blizzard just didn't really know what to do with it after a certain point. They tried to make Overwatch 2, but they didn't really deliver on any of the promises that they made in it. And people were just getting more and more upset. But also, I think Overwatch suffered from just, you know, it was the first, like, great interpretation of the genre that, like, was very accessible to everyone, and it's been a long time since it came out, so lots and lots of people have tried to make their own versions, and they've had years of experience watching each other do it. Like Marvel Rivals, I've heard, is really good because it's just a better Overwatch now. Did my controller die? No. Buy my fish, please. And I sleep, because apparently I'm really fucked up right now. I thought male MCs are the way to go. Sorry, I missed that message a little earlier. Why is the Persona team scared to put women in their games that you can play as? Though, to be fair, I have not played Metaphor, so I cannot comment. But I do own it. I bought it on sale like 7 months ago, and I just haven't touched it. There's not enough time to play games anymore. Because then they'd have to write male romance stuff. So, you know how to write male romance? You write it in the same way you write romance. It's okay to be gay. Or, you know, straight but the other side. I will say Persona 3 has one social link / romance route that is so disgusting that the person who wrote it should go to Omega jail. Atlas may disagree, but I'm right, and Atlas is wrong. So they can disagree, but I'm not in the wrong. Maybe Persona 6 will have a female MC when it comes out in 2040. I think Persona 6 will come out before GTA 6. I'm back. Welcome back. What if GTA 6 sucks ass? Is that gonna be like... What do you think people will do? When I move to the toilet, my head's out. I'll pause the stream. Raise your hand if you've been listening to me in the bathroom before. Ooh, I didn't see that earlier. I should go and check that out. That's probably a town. Persona is a male game in Japan, just my opinion, don't kill me. What do you mean by that? Like a male game? Like a game designed for boys, for people, for men to play? People won't care if GTA 6 sucks because it says GTA loyalty wins. Yeah, that's true. I think people have probably conditioned themselves so hard at this point that no matter what, they're gonna buy it and play it. Even if, like, eventually they're like, I didn't like it that much. I just don't see how it could be as good a story as Red Dead Redemption 2. Women don't play video games. So true! When most of my audience is women. Women don't play video games? Women only play games like Animal Crossing and Farmville and The Sims, and they don't play real men games like Dark Souls and Call of Duty and Madden and FIFA. Women could not possibly understand what it means to be a gun and ball gamer. Like a male MC. Yeah, but like, we like women. Don't forget Battlefield, so true. Can I contribute to the discourse for a second? Ghost of Yotei is really cool. Ghost of Tsushima was one of my favorite games of the year it came out. I thought the main character in Ghost of Tsushima was a little boring. I think the main character in Ghost of Yotei is really cool. But I'm also a straight man. And when you go into the hot springs in Ghost of Yotei and you get to see woman butt, why are male gamers afraid of women butt? Why do they want, like, it's okay to be gay. Not gonna lie, COD Zombies was my go-to after for a long time. Had to kill things out of frustration. Zombies was a safe bet. COD Zombies is probably the only part of Call of Duty I've liked in the last, like, 10 years. I have very fond memories of playing Call of Duty World at War Zombies after, like, in high school. Afraid? Well, I don't know. I don't think the discourse is the same in Japan, but at least in the West, there's a lot of incel gamers that are mad that Ghost of Yotei has a female protagonist. Because women can't be samurai or do cool things, but also, like, you get to see her bare fucking ass when she walks into the hot springs. And I'm not objectifying women. All women are beautiful, especially their behinds. Why are you afraid to see that? You just want to see cock? Is that what the incel gamers just want to see? They want to see ball, gun, and cock? But then they don't. But then they're afraid to be like gay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with ball, gun, and cock. You just have to tell yourself that it's okay. I'm convinced that people playing online don't actually play video games. Oh, absolutely not. They're just grifters. A lot of them are just like tourists, and I use that word very lightly because I don't like calling people tourists in stuff, because being like an anime tourist, for example, means you enjoyed anime, and that's fine. But like, if you're a people come into games and they're like, yeah, women can't do shit because they're girls, and it's like, why are you playing? Why do you care? Why are you playing video games then if you're just gonna get mad about stupid shit? It's a video game. If you want real life, then I don't know. League of Legends commercial, but I'm missing the convo. No, we have an ad emote. How did I get a League of Legends ad on my fucking Twitch? You should be getting Ghost of Yotei. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents to the discourse. Sorry, Asmongold viewers. It's okay to like ball, gun, and cock. You just have to admit it to yourself. Girls can't be samurai. girls can't be samurai because it wasn't real in the old days. Because back in the old days, we treated girls like shit, and that's how video games should be too. I'm like, okay, maybe you need to go to a mental institution. Sergeant. If I had a gun, you wouldn't be standing there like that right now. Just remember. I get back in time to hear anyway. That's my view. No, no, no. I said some cool shit. I promise. I was being super woke. Is that why my YouTube subs are decreasing? They're noticing that I'm actually super woke? What game did you have more fun playing? Wokey Beans. No! How can I possibly cater to the other audience if I'm woke? What do you mean, which game? Like, out of what? This is an evil tower. If I go near it, something bad's gonna happen to me, isn't it? Hey, do you think I should go underneath that? Tsushima or Yotei? I think it's very clear that Ghosts of Yotei is a better game. Do it. No, I don't want to. But Ghost of Tsushima, when it came out, was brilliant. Because it made the genre of that, like, Assassin's Creed kind of popularized feel fun again. Because while Assassin's Creed has kind of been moving towards this... Assassin's Creed has two sins in modern games. It's one, it has the Ubisoft formula of everything is listed on your map and you find radio towers, and it's like it's a meme, but it's not even a joke. It's true. Like, if there's radio towers or there's points of interest and there's towers and you climb them and you look at things, and that's how you uncover the map and find spots. Ghost of Tsushima... Oh, okay, and the second part, the Assassin's Creed games have been doing not so fun recently, but Shadow's actually changed, if you change it, is made it an RPG where if you come up from behind someone and stab them in the neck, if you're too low level, they'll just say, LOL, that wasn't enough damage, I'm not dead. Which sucks for a game about assassination. Ghost of Tsushima was like, we have to abide by the rule of cool. Like, if you parry someone, if you perfect parry and slash your katana in a counterattack, they die. And it scares the people around them. Because the enemies react. Because, like, it's cool. It's a samurai game. So, like, in a sense, they were like, balance is less fun than cool. The worst part about... Oh, also, the game was beautiful, and it didn't really have the same radio towers and stuff. It was like, they have this really unique mechanic where you kind of target somewhere on the map, and the wind guides you as it kind of blows, and the game is just kind of designed this way where the wind aesthetically makes everything very beautiful as you're traveling. But the one thing about Ghost of Tsushima I thought was not great was the story was kind of boring, and Jin as a protagonist is a little bland. He was fine, just kind of boring. But Ghost of Yotei seems to have changed that a little bit. I love Atsu way more than Jin so far. She's super cool. She's super badass. I've seen her ass, and it's really cool too. And what else was I gonna say? Anyway, Ghost of Yotei is fun. If I'm not woke, will be banned from the stream. No, I'll just yell at you if you say something stupid. Alright, we can get rid of that. Being a gamer and not being woke is actually so fucking funny to me. There's no politics in video games. Says the person playing every Call of Duty game that comes out. I don't think an alligator can hurt my boat. Okay. Would playing Yote first be like playing Tears of the Kingdom before Breath of the Wild? No, because Yote takes place like 300 years after Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima takes place on the island of Tsushima, which is in southwestern Japan, off the coast of Fukuoka Prefecture. Ghost of Yote takes place in Hokkaido, which is the northernmost island of Japan. So they're 300 years apart, and they take place on entirely different locations in Japan. So, in that sense, they're not story related in the slightest. That is a big fish. Did you like the little rhythm going on there? I'd honestly say play Ghost of Yote first. I need to get in there. There's no reason not to. And then Tsushima's always there, and I think it's still a good game. There's nothing wrong with it. But also, if you play Ghost of Yote, you get to see a girl's ass every time she goes in the hot springs. And isn't that kind of the dream? We just caught something kind of fucked up. The entwined mullet. Twisting, twitching tendrils sprout from the gill plates of this little fish. They heave in unison, moving the fish against its will. Alright, that's kind of fucked up. Can I put you in the net? Oh. Finally, civilization. A large man is watching you through the billowing smoke of a campfire, idly carving away at a wooden stake. He stands as you pull ashore. Stranger. From that look on your face, I'd say you'd encountered the local wretches. Take a seat. Is he missing an arm? I'll play just for that purpose. That's me objectifying, I think. Why? We're admiring. We're not objectifying. The people who are objectifying are saying you can't play Ghost of Yote because there's a girl in it, and girls should be in the kitchen instead of in the battlefield. Those are the people objectifying. Those are the fucked up people. Poor fish, you got a parasite. I know. Imagine being a fish and you get mutated beyond recognition, and your family doesn't recognize you anymore. Finding Nemo would be a whole different story. You join him by the fire. I've been trying to rid them from this accursed jungle ever since we wrecked here. The boys called them mind suckers on account of them affecting the mind. They made us see things, do things. I'd ask you for safe passage away from here, but not until I've avenged my squadron. What happened? A number of us went down in the fog, crashing into trees or ditching into the water. Those that survived rallied here under the boughs of this giant tree, but it offered us scant protection. Before help could arrive, our numbers quickly dwindled, picked off by the fiends in the forest. I've met a few would-be rescuers over the years, but none would help me in my fight. Are you any different? Let's fucking go. I figured you'd be up for it. You have the look. Listen up. First, we need to find the lost pieces of my squadron's mortar. Then we'll use that to bombard the beasts. Other planes went down to the north and east of where we are now. I'll mark the possible crash sites on your map. You go and see what you can salvage. How will you honor your squad mates? I've hung a few of their dog tags up on the tree behind me. It seemed fitting enough. I've only got tags from the ones You must understand, I never found all the bodies. If you happen to find any of your dog tags, I could add them to the tree with their brothers. I have a number of mechanical doodads that might find useful. Take this one in good faith. Yippee! Thank you for the hydrate. Tell me about the mind suckers. Devilish creatures through and through. They'll stalk you along the waterways and emerge suddenly, screeching their terrible song. The first time it happened to me, I saw shadows of my squad mates reaching out to me in a feverish dream. When I finally snapped out of it, I was covered in bloodied scratches. They must have sent me running through foliage. Since then, I've done my best to avoid the fiends. Their senses seem to be based on movement, so move carefully. Alright. I suppose we can't really sell anything here. I guess we could put fish into store. Put this in the storage, actually. I want to sell this guy, though. I guess we could teleport back, though, right? Ooh, I'm actually getting a little sweaty. I'm gonna crack my window a little bit. Oh, this fishing's getting me a little hot and bothered. You could teleport back, then come back with an empty ship. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see where this... So right here, and then we already got the thing there. Wait, we can probably just not crash, right? Don't do it. I like how you can see the lighthouse from here. That's pretty sick. I'm not scared, you're scared. Anyone been playing anything other than Final Fantasy Tactics lately? Anyone excited for Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake at the end of October? Final Fantasy 14. What? You've been playing Final Fantasy 14? Street Fighter 6? Ooh, are you a fighting game person? I could never really get into fighting games. I feel like I just don't have like the mental connections in my brain. But also I admit that I've never put a lot of effort into it. Silksong has been the only thing to wrest me from it. Every fighting game that comes out, I'm like, this is the one I'm gonna get into, and then I'm just like, nope, I don't. Like when Guilty Gear Strive came out, I was like, yeah, I'm getting into this one. And then years later, I'm like, oops. Now, while I work on assembling the mortar, you can get started on the next phase of the plan. Kinda, I dabble would consider myself a casual. You play Smash Ultimate? I don't think Smash is a fighting game. Smash is a party game. And I know people are gonna crucify me for saying that. But do you consider Smash a fighting game? While working on something in the morning, you can start the next phase. You may have noticed some contraptions in the lagoons around here. I've assembled those traps for the mine suckers. We just need to lure them in there. Once they're in, you say you can fire on them with our new mortar, and that'll be the end of them. No more nightmares. I'll mark the locations on the traps on your map. How do we get them into the traps? They're attracted to some very specific types of bait. Your skills will come in handy here yet again. Have you got everything? I don't know. We need to make 3 special baits from different combinations of fish. 3 fish from the area. Okay, we actually have a few. We need a catfish. I don't even know what the fuck that is. It's a platform fighter? Yeah, I guess. Oh, I never read this. Tattered receipt. December 22nd, 1926. Received the sum of $50.00 in exchange for 1 silver necklace with emeralds on silver mounting. Received a further $3 for custom engraving on reversive mounting. Customer to return tomorrow on the 23rd December for collection. Engraving is to be as follows. For J, my shining star. Trap the mind suckers. Alright, we have to... I think I'm teleporting back. I'm gonna sell fish and then we're gonna head back. Thank you for the posture check. My posture was kind of stinky, actually. Oh my fucking god! That was the Megalodon, and it got rid of my Goliath fish. I broke my engine. I got scared. All right, we need help. I got too scared. I should have slept. Are you okay? If sea fog shapes rest, careful nightmares. You stumble past him into town. Yeah, I'm like fucked up right now. Fish jump scare. Fish might not know that it's a jump scare. They might just be like, wow, idiot. Actually, the only fighting game I ever got really into was Persona 4 Arena. I played a lot of that when I was in college. Oh, and Soul Calibur 2. Specifically the GameCube one that had Link. Soul Calibur 2 and 3 were like such good games. The only traditional fighting game I played is Street Fighter 2 on SNES Classic. It's a classic. That's why it's on the classic. Soul Calibur is nostalgia. Soul Calibur 2 is such a good game. I never played any of the ones beyond 3 though. I feel like the GameCube, people don't say this often, one of the best consoles ever made. And let me tell you why. Soul Calibur 2, Luigi's Mansion, Super Smash Bros., Melee. Super Mario Sunshine, even though I fucking hate that game. Tales of Symphonia. Pikmin 1 and 2. It had PSO, what else do you need? I've actually never played PSO. Kirby's Air Rider, that's right. I can do this all day, brother. Double Dash? I actually never played Double Dash. What does the horn do? I don't know. It allows me to be really annoying. We don't even need these fish. Maybe we need these ones though? A gar! What a gar. What a gar. What a gar that guy is. They really do take up, like, an annoying amount of space, though. GameCube Resident Evil 4. I actually didn't play Resident Evil 4 until, Xbox Live Arcade, actually. But I did play Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation. And I definitely shouldn't have been because I was too young to be playing that. Are there any Nintendo consoles, as we as Nintendo fans can say, were bad? The Virtual Boy was fucking horrible. The Virtual Boy, yeah. Everyone has the same answer. Even the Wii U, despite its shortcomings, was a fun, interesting console that was marketed very poorly. The Wii U was like a Wii. But they pretended that it wasn't, but it was still a Wii. Oh, also Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. How could I forget? It was a slightly stronger Wii. Which is fine. I'm gonna say something a lot of people are gonna be like, you're dumb. But the first Wii U game that I got when I got that console was Zombie U, which was the Ubisoft first-person zombie game. I had a lot of fun playing that game. The Wii U had some good games for its first year or so. Yeah. You coming? Fire! Kill it! Yes! Inside is the obliterated corpse of a mine sucker. The airman will be expecting proof. Alright. Rip Baron. There's two more. Problem was no one knew how to use a bottom touchscreen for a home console like how they could for mobile. Oh yeah, also, the Wii U had Xenoblade Chronicles X before everyone gave a shit about Xenoblade. Zombie U was so good. It was so good. And it was unique too. It had like that roguelike kind of like if you die, you have to play a new person and go pick up your loot from your zombie corpse. Nintendo World legitimately was a good party game with some really bad mini games. Zombie U has since been ported to other platforms. It's not the same though. Playing it on the Wii U was like special with the bottom screen. You hand the tattered lump of flesh to the airman. It's almost unrecognizable, but you both know it couldn't have belonged to anything else. He pokes at it with his knife, testing the rubbery meat. He seems satisfied. Yes, this is one of the beasts. Progress at last. More to go, though. Right, what do I need for the second one? Catfish? I don't remember where to get catfish. Wait, is the catfish a ocean fish? And then this is just weird eels. The main thing with the bottom screen was there's your menu, so you look down to sort your inventory, then get jumped by a zombie. Yeah. The thing about Nintendo consoles like that is that they allowed those sort of like experiences that both occurred within and outside of the game. It was just a poorly marketed console, unfortunately, that a lot of people were very confused about. And it had a very bad name. The Wii U was a fucking terrible name. People were complaining that the Switch 2 is bad marketing, but the Wii U was truly like terrible. I need shallow? Also, it sounded like an ambulance. Don't. I'm not moving. Ew. That's the Nightwing catfish? I don't know if you've heard of him. He used to be Batman's sidekick. We're gonna do some Wii U streams at some point, maybe in November. I'd like to play the Twilight Princess and Wind Waker Wii U like remasters or whatever. The only unfortunate part about those streams is you won't be able to see what's on the bottom screen. Alright, we know exactly where to get the eel. How will you show the gamepad? I won't. You'll just have to fucking have a theater of the mind. I remember playing Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U and had co-op where one person got to play on the TV and I used the gamepad. Really? I never played that co-op. That's sick. And a really clever way to, and a really clever way to let people do co-op. The Switch would not exist without the Wii U, so we have to give it props. Simply would not exist. Wii U had a ton of fun games, most of them didn't super justify using the gamepad screen. Yes, because Nintendo doesn't know how to advertise or to convince third-party publishers to make stuff on their consoles because their consoles are kind of weird. Like, the Wii kind of got away with it because it was because everyone had a Wii, so if a publisher put a game on the Wii, they were confident that they were getting their money back because it was the Wii. So a lot of publishers could do like party games and stuff like Just Dance. But the Wii U was harder to justify because it was supposed to be a more powerful version, but it still couldn't compete with the Xbox or the PlayStation in any way. And the one gimmick that it had a second screen was like, okay. So basically what you have is a 3DS, but it's broken into two pieces, and one of the pieces is your TV. I gotta go. Thanks for the entertainment. Thank you for hanging out, chat rail. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Let's talk about baiting the traps. We sleep first. We sleeping. And then we're going to head back to the pontoon real quickly. I'm going to sell one of the eels. And then we're going to sell all the fish we have, and then we're going to put the bait down. Oh, I should get back to Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity now. Because apparently on the Switch 2, they never put in a frame rate cap for it on the Switch. So if you play it now, even on, like, there's no updates or anything special for it. It just runs good now. Because they never capped the frame rate. I don't think Nintendo didn't do a great... I also don't think Nintendo didn't do a great job showing how that touchscreen could let you make different kinds of games, unless how the Wii... Unlike how the Wii had lots of games where much of the fun was the motion controls. Yeah, they didn't. They did. I mean, you know, it's been years now, in hindsight. The Wii U was marketed horribly. Cool system, marketed like shit. It's unfortunate, but... that's what happened. But now we have the Switch 2. Which apparently we're getting some special Pikmin at some point, if you watch the weird video that they posted yesterday. I gotta still play through Pikmin 3 and 4. I have a lot of games. Do you want to see what's on my Steam list right now that's installed that I still have to play? Hold on, we'll finish this. Eat my child. This is how cooked I am. I still have to finish Octopath Traveler 2. I only put about 16 hours into that game. I still have to finish Star Ocean, the second story R, which is sad because I was yelling at Teddy to put it back on her schedule, but I'm not done with that game, even though I'm really close to the end. I got to the final boss of Chrono Trigger and didn't finish it, which is really fun because I'm stupid, and I should, because that game fucking rocked hard. I have to play through all of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth again and catch up to where I was on console because I rebought it on Steam. I need to finish the Shadow of the Erdtree Elden Ring DLC because I'm dumb. I have to finish Expedition 33 because I stopped playing after we went to Japan, and when I got back I haven't gone back to it. I have to catch up in Monster Hunter Wilds. That one's a little less of a thing because Monster Hunter Wilds is not my favorite Monster Hunter, and I'm not too worried about that until they update it to run better. I have to finish Baldur's Gate 3. Still haven't finished that game. I have to finish the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Still haven't finished that game. I installed Knights of the Old Republic 1, and I was playing through that, but I haven't finished it, and I haven't played it since August. Oh, I have to do my No Man's Sky expedition. I still haven't finished that. I have to get back to Hollow Knight Silksong. We have to do Fallout. I was playing Assassin's Creed Shadows and off stream, and I still have to finish that game, which will take 600 more hours. I bought Borderlands 4. I need to finish that. I need to finish Dragon Quest 3 before Dragon Quest 1 and 2 comes out. And then Final Fantasy Tactics just came out. But yeah, that's what's installed on Steam right now. Subnautica? No, we finished that game, right? We don't have to play that anymore? Subnautica's done. We don't have to play that one. Subnautica who? What if I download a mod that removes all the fish and I play it? Would that be fine? Can we do that? Sword of Kings, Mario Picross. So true. We have to get back to that. Just haven't had time. There's been so much stuff. Shit. We do. I think we have a bomb. I just have to go back to camp. You could do another retro night if you don't feel again. Don't want to play Dredge. I don't think Dredge is gonna last more than like 2 more streams. I would also like to do a PSP night as well. Alright, we caught something freaky. A gleaming mullet, scales swollen into a large clustered pustules, a golden liquid shimmers from within. Sword of Kings. We got the Sword of Kings on our first try, remember? I would also like to download some more, like the Mario Picross sequel, and see if we can play through that. It can't really matter, right? Even if it's in Japanese, it's Picross. It's not like the language changes the game. Don't worry, winter's coming, but it's time to catch up on the backlog, I know. And for all of you who are like newer here since like the summertime, I'm no longer in grad school, so I have all the fucking time in the world. Especially since the weather will be way nicer to play games. Oh, we need 2 bombs? I guess we're going around. You can emulate Mario Picross and Super Game Boy for those extra colors. Have we been here? Alright. I probably will be traveling a little bit during the winter, but not that much, so it should be fine. Well, I was kind of going that way. I'm not really sure what to do now. Jerk. Guys, I think I'm kind of wigging out a little bit. Thank you for the stretch. Haha. Shit. It got the last laugh. Who said it was okay for these mushrooms to be bombs? It feels like years since I have been warm. I do not expect him to write. I just need to know that he thinks of me from time to time. The next few lines have been smudged out. He must return. More angry smudging follows. I have written him another letter. This will be the last one. Okay. Eee, that's so cool. That's so Raven. I can wait. Maybe blowing your horn could scare them? Maybe. I never thought about that. Do you think they're scared of such a thing? Thank you for the research parts, my friend. I will use them very well. What the hell is this? A harvesting platform? Gimme. I want that one. Alright, let's go back. Get the corpse. Now that we're all rested and things aren't scary anymore. We just have to go through Mushroom Town. Think we can catch a quick fish on our way back? I wonder if there's a point to leaving your flashlight on all the time. I'm not really sure. Will we have Syl next stream? I don't know. I'm kind of in a Syl-less mood right now. She's on vacation. I'm sorry if that upsets the gamers. I found an artist that would make a live 2D model that I would really like to have for streams. I think it'd be really cool. But it's like $450, I think. $450 to $500. So I'm not sure if I want to spend the money right now. And I need a reference sheet, which I don't have. Did you put it on the throne? I did put it on the throne. Um, but also before I do that, I think I want to download some live 2D software and play around with it because I think just getting a model and then like being like, I don't know how to use it would be really stupid. You drop the large blooded carcass in front of the airman, his eyes fill with sadistic delight. He bends down and plunges the knife into the soft flesh. It falls away before the blade, revealing a glint of metal. With a sickening tear, he wrests it from where it was embedded in the flesh of the creature. He holds it aloft. You recognize it as a necklace glistening in gore. Well, fisherman, some fortune at last. This ought to fetch a decent price from the right collector. Here, why don't you take it? Yippee! He stands back from the corpse. A melancholic look comes over his face. And now, well, that's that, I suppose. What will you do now? I can't say for sure. I thought I'd be asking you for an escort away from this place, but this has become somewhat of a home to me. It doesn't feel right to leave my brothers here. I think I shall stay a while longer. In the meantime, I can make up some special bait for you. It ought to help with your fishing. What do you do with it? Ability unlocked bait. Toss bait overboard to attract local species. Alright, before we go anywhere, I want to use the bomb on the spot over here I found, and then I'm going to mark the second one, because I think there's probably cool stuff we can find there. I think it was around this way. This place was less scary than the place with the giant eel monster that chased you around. Wait, could this be? Chat, we found it! The refined metal! We're going home! We're going home with refined metal! The Sword of Kings! I have a necklace for you, you freak. You enter the house carrying the ornate necklace. The collector recognizes it almost immediately. An excellent find. It demands pride of place in my collection. He sweeps aside some scraps on a dusty table, candle wax pooling in its corners. He places the necklace carefully in the clearing. I suppose you'll be demanding recompense as well. Yes, teach me another black magic. He opens the crimson book, its spine crackling audibly. Selecting a page, carefully he begins to read aloud. The words sound muffled as though he's speaking through a thick haze. You hear a growling, crackling in your ears. Suddenly your vision flares and both of your ears pop. He closes the book. We must keep searching. I've been thinking more on where we might find another. The reef at Stellar Basin may have caught and accumulated some wreckage. Search around that area. I've already marked a location on your map where you can begin your search. What do you know about the old mayor of Little Marrow? That stuttering old fool. Yes, I knew him. He'd join us on the water sometimes, but was more hindrance than help. He never seemed entirely with it. I can't imagine he has fared too well since I last saw him. Anything else? What will you do once you have all the relics? He ponders for a moment. It's surprising, isn't it? The attachments we hold towards simple objects. But they are anything but simple. Oops, I hit the mic. Seemingly mute articles can speak in different ways. If I showed you a childhood toy, you would be awash with forgotten memories. They hold the power to recall what was once lost. Alright, what does the new spell do? The banishing words will provide you a temporary protection from most things. If spoken swiftly enough, they can be used defensively. Choose your moment carefully. The more they are spoken, the more they are understood. Oh. I have a shield. Whee! Oh, I forgot. We had our little crab pot. that has a little research piece. Gotta watch out for rocks, apparently. They just come out of nowhere, you know? The lighthouse keeper approaches you on the dock wearing a questioning expression. You must have been around most of the islands by now. Have you found whatever it is you're looking for? I'm not sure. Her face softens. Remember that you are in control. If you're having doubts, it's foolish to blindly persevere. You can always look for alternative paths. She turns from you, shaking her head and muttering. She heads back towards the lighthouse. What could it mean? Since we might go to the volcano next, so I might get this volcanic net. Let's go! Repair hull damage for upgrading. Ew. Tier 2! And we have stuff. We might be able to get some things already. Look at this. I knew collecting all that shit would come in handy. Oops. I'm stupid. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I don't know if I said that. I got distracted. Things were happening. 3 more rod spaces. We have enough. The hoarding in a video game pays off yet again, I know. Although the older I get, the less I hoard. When I was younger and I'd be playing RPGs, you know, you'd get all your elixirs and stuff and you wouldn't use them. Even in the final battle, you'd be like, no, I can't use them. What if I need them beyond the end of the game? But nowadays, I just fucking do it. You know? Like, what am I saving them for? Just use them. Like in Dragon Quest, you get these Yggdrasil leaves that you can use. That, like, basically revive your party to full. And I used a bunch on, like, a very hard boss I got myself, stuck on, which was not great. Alright, we can't get that one. But look at our ship! Look at how much room we have! We can get this thingy now. We got more spaces and we have more slots to equip stuff. How much is this worth? 510? So worth it. Mangrove and coastal, and then this is... Yeah, this is just better. That's just better. Sell, sell, sell. Sell! And I just realized we can get rid of our net. I am gonna put it away for a second, because I want the volcanic net that we can't afford, so actually I'll go fuck myself. Look at this! Look at this! 3,000 lumens. I'm installing it again. Does that cost anything? I've been finding relics for the collector. Relics? Collector? I'm not sure what you're hoping to achieve with this character. Do you even know? Have you stopped to consider it? Well, that's what I was telling you. Maybe you'd have things to say. What can I do for you? I want to ask about the wider region. Actually, I don't. I asked. You have nothing to say to me anymore. I think I'm done for the night. We had a good 3-hour stream. Anyone else playing Dredge? Anyone dredging right now? I bet there's a lot of people dredging, because it's probably... They're also like, it's spooky time! Eh. Looks like someone's playing Destiny in the Dredge directory. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm done for the night. No raid. No raid for tonight. Cozy stream? Yeah, it was cozy. I had a great time. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you're interested and you're not already following on the YouTube or the Twitch, there's a YouTube and a Twitch. There's a Discord, if you want to be in the Discord, exclamation point, Discord. Friday, we're going to be playing more Final Fantasy Tactics. Be there. Next week might not be any streams. But anyways, I hope the rest of you have a great night. I will see you on Friday or in the Discord if you're there, and we will be cool. Have a good night. Have a good night. I will admit, I was feeling pretty down tonight, but I'm really glad that I told myself to stream anyway, because I had a lot of fun. So, good stream. Yay! Yippee! Thank you. I'm really glad I told myself to stream anyway. Which is kind of what you have to do if you're doing stuff like this, honestly. I think like one of the best pieces of advice I can give to someone if they're like trying to stream or make videos or whatever, there's gonna be like many days where you don't want to. And it's okay on some days to say like, I just don't have it in me to do this. Like, you need to take care of yourself. But I think learning that you should, even on days when you don't want to, is a good skill to learn. But anyway, I'm not gonna preach to you about stuff right now. Maybe later. Have a good night.